Alright, so at the time of recording this, right now it is the semi-final. We just passed the quarter-final of the World Cup. It's semi-final. It's been a great tournament for me in my lifetime or my watch time. Basically, all the tournaments that I've seen before, this 2022 World Cup is one of the best for me. So this video probably gonna go up after the final or whatever. At the time of recording, we still don't know. It's Croatia versus Argentina, Morocco versus France. And so, you know what? I'm gonna make a little prediction right here. You know, in my head, it's gonna be Argentina versus France in the final. You guys probably already know what happens. And I just, in my head, it's just Argentina is gonna win the whole thing, bro. Like, that's it. That's what I think. What I want is a Croatia and Morocco final, bro. My Muslim brothers in Morocco. And Croatia, Luka Modric, obviously our player, Real Madrid player, bro. Like, that's what I want. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be Argentina versus France. But that's my prediction. Argentina is gonna win versus France in the final. You know, whoever is watching this, obviously it's already happened. So you guys already know what happened. This is a little prediction right here. To sum up this whole tournament, even though, you know, semifinals and final hasn't happened yet, for me, this is one of the best, bro, for me. All the World Cup, I've seen 4 active World Cups, which is 2010 South Africa, 14 Brazil, 18 Russia, and 22 Qatar. And then 06, I wasn't actively watching. I was probably 3 years old during 06, 4 years old. But I remember just my dad have this newspaper, and in that newspaper it's a coverage, I guess, of the 06 World Cup, which is, I think it was in Germany. And then I remember just reading for some reason, because it football, I already know what football is because I've seen it in real life. But I don't know there's this tournament or whatever when I was little. But I remember vividly just going through this newspaper, and I see they cover all of the teams inside the tournament. You know, they highlighted Brazil, which are the previous champion in 02. You know, this is when I don't know nothing. I probably don't know any of this, but island countries, bro, island geography from that, bro. But you know, I've seen Brazil, Kaká on the front with the jersey with I think they have numbers in the middle, right? That classic jersey look. I think the Brazil kit has a circle around the number as well. Kaká wearing number 8, I believe. They got R9, they got Adriano up top. It is kind of nostalgic. I remember looking at that. Of course, right now I've known already what happened because I watched all the clips back. But you know, out of all the others, 2010, 14, 18, I think 2010 was my favorite before 2022. And that is because that's probably my first ever active World Cup. And I remember vividly about a lot of the things that happened. Especially, I remember that World Cup, I was supporting Denmark, bro. I was going to school and telling my friends, yo, I like Denmark, bro, Denmark. Nicholas Bentner was my favorite player. How can this happen, bro? Literally, I know Nicholas Bentner during 2010 because of the World Cup. And at that time, from what I think happened, he's not a meme yet. He's not the Lord Bentner that we know. He's just this player who's a striker, a long striker, tall striker who can hit the ball and sometimes help Denmark. And I think he plays for Arsenal at the time. It was so crazy to think that I supported Denmark at the time with Bentner. I remember there's someone called Poulsen or whatever in the midfield or something. Not the current Yusuf Poulsen. It's another Poulsen. And then there's also this guy Sorensen. I don't remember who it actually is from the squad, but I remember just supporting Denmark, and I was watching it 4 a.m. Because I need to go to school at 7. So I was 7 or 8 at the time and watching football at 4 a.m. bro. You know, Brazil losing against Netherlands. That Brazil squad, you know, was not that good, I think. It's still cool. My favorite player of all time, Kaká, still plays in it. But it's not as good as 06 or 02. You know, I remember Robinho playing. And then, was Pato already in the team? I'm not sure. Also, because of its atmosphere, I guess. Although I was obviously not there, I was watching from home. I don't know, I think the song carried it, bro. Songs, Waka Waka by Shakira and waving flag, the one which, oh, that one, nah, goated, bro, goated 2 songs, bro. Like, it's just stuck in my head. Every time World Cup, I feel like I want to play those songs, which are South Africa 2010 songs. So that's one of the reasons as well. And also, I remember playing in like these flash games, mini clips or Y8, websites. They're always like games of 2010 World Cup, like penalty shootout or Pepsi, whatever it is. And the ads was, bro, 2010 World Cup, cool, bro. The matches in the end, a lot of people are saying it's not as good anymore, but I still remember it good, bro. The 2014 World Cup was cool. I like it. I remember I'm a little bit older and aware of a lot more things than when I was before. I wasn't supporting anyone in this one because, international tournaments for me, I don't really support anything other than Real Madrid players, in different nations, But, 2014, it was cool. Like, it was at Brazil, it's just the samba place or whatever. And then the humiliation on Brazil was crazy. I remember, like, watching that. I was waking up at, like, again, just like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I was watching. Wait, it's 2-0, it's 2-0, Brazil can, come back maybe. And then suddenly it went from 2 to 3 to 4, like, bro, it's gone crazy, bro, at the time. But 2014, in general, all I remember is that run of, Brazil and Colombia. Of course, James Rodriguez, always remember him. Other than that, for me, it's not really that memorable. I don't know, what about you? Because I think it has great moments, but it's not as memorable as, maybe 2010. And in 2018, I remember this one, I was probably like the most into football out of all of the years. I was a teen right here. I was watching it constantly. This time it was not like waking up in the morning. We were just watching it in the evening, and it was at Russia. I was gassed by a lot of those matches. Of course, as I said, I'm not supporting anyone on the 2018 one. So what I support is Real Madrid players. And at the time, a lot of Real Madrid players performed. Bro, Ronaldo with that hat-trick in the beginning. And then, Denis Cheryshev for Russia doing some madness. Everyone was performing who are Real Madrid players at the time. Yeah, 2018 was cool, but I remember just watching it at night and it wasn't like, it doesn't have the feel, bro. The one thing I could say that like was happening at the time was Mbappe like breakout, bro. Like, everyone was talking about Mbappe. And so there goes 2022, which currently like literally have probably one of the best feelings. The constant games every single day. All the games being exciting. Albeit there's like nails every sometimes here and there. The games were always like really good, and shockers and upset is good, bro. Like, I can't lie, it's probably the best experience in my opinion, bro.